would not yield, but his car did. Just as suddenly, the season's most frightening moment. Greg Ray's hit froze everyone but the safety team. When they pulled him free and healthy, everyone drew a sigh of relief. On the restart.
How late Hunter Ray is. Oh! That is Alex Sperafico in a huge crash. The worst one happened to Alex Sperafico. And he comes into view. He is in the air. Look at the ride that car takes. You can see the roll bar grinding its way on the pavement. And these cars incredibly strong. There it is, contact with Renee Bauer, right rear to left front. That's what gets Sperafico airborne. You can see Tommy Fogarty there in the background.
In the right rear. Don't throw it. Oh, he spun. There's contact. He's over. Braden heaves. Hard impact. Upside down in turn number 11.
They're all there as they set up for turn 2. Oh, and 2 of them are collected. Big, hard crash in the setup of turn number 3. Sean Guthrie looks to be involved.
And a third car also got collected in debris, and others get packed up. And
Martin Plowman can't make that work. She'll tuck in behind him as they enter turn number 2. Hinchcliffe loses a little momentum at the apex of turn number 2. Oh, we've got trouble. 2 cars into the wall. And Charlie Kimball ends up upside down at the midway point of the back straightaway. He tangles with Gustavo Jakoman at the exit up against the turn 2 wall. And he continues on upside down. And he comes to a rest just at the entrance to turn number 3. So, trouble on the...
Get some national exposure tonight. Yellow flag. We have a yellow flag on the racetrack.
Oh, look out, look out, look out. Nobody's, oh my gosh. Oh, they must not be paying any attention to the yellow flag.
Things are really getting interesting here at the F-2000 National Championship.
Oh, look at that! A big crash in turn 4.
That's Greg LeMond. He's braking for the inside of the chicane and gets a little wide. He catches the left rear and plows into the barriers, and oh boy, he just flips over.
Oh, wow.
Wow, that is it.
Front left, and unfortunately that put him up over the top of me upside down, so I came down to make sure he was okay because he ran down the track on his head basically.
Well, definitely all these guys are heavy competitors against one another, but they are also friends off the track.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed as we were watching this.
Some high drama along the way. There's a red car in there, so David Cutler.
Oh my, and he's upside down as the...
Looks like Steve Hall went to try to go to the inside. My gosh, what a crash that was. That was at the apex of turn number 10. This is the second big crash that he has had this year. The last one in Elkhart Lake.
To get some more points, he's obviously got radio communication with his team. Here we see Auckland Bottoms hooking up on the outside. Oh! Car on its side. That's Larry Foyt. That is a massive crash there. Wow, that was a big wreck, Gary.
About 7 or 8 cars in. It's going to climb his wheel right there.
And then immediately rolls Larry over. You see Prima to the inside. Now there's going to be big impact there with Wood to the outside.
Sergei Sortiga had a spectacular crash, but he walked away with no...
It was said to keep the win here, and this is the best race to win because they'll keep talking for the next 3 months until the beginning of the season.
All right, Tiago, hopefully we'll see you here next year.
Thank you very much.
All right, and he was out testing with Dreyer Reinbold last Friday, and things went well, so hopefully we'll see Tiago Medeiros. What's going on?
There with Oliver Askew, and luckily they're able to get away. Rinus VK in the dark red, and and a spin for David Malukas, and big impact.
Big impact, and as you see there, the rear of the car up. We will look and confirm to find out exactly who this is. The good news is, it looks like everybody moving around
Drop
and
of the green flag, pole sitter Robbie Buell jumped to the lead as the field reached turn 1. Enrique Contreras made wheel-to-wheel contact with David De Silva, sending Contreras airborne and side over side into the outside wall. He stopped with the front of the car suspended upside down in the safety fencing. Let's take another look.
Brian Clausen and Jorge Goncalves touching wheels. That's Anders Krohn on the inside of the 9 car. He's going to go for a spin. He had actually led in this race. He hits the outside wall. Watch Goncalves. He hits the outside wall as well, but then like a rocket ship into the inside. Oh my, that was a hard crunch. Goncalves was okay. No doubt this is where...
And Greg Moore has done it. There he is, the 1995 champion.
A car, look at
huge
that.
crash.
Unbelievable.
Trevor Siebert is end over end on the front straightaway as they come toward the checkered flag. Huge crash there. The end it was as he flew through the air. The real heavy contact was at the ends of the cars, pretty much, and he may be helped by that.
It's a good thing we had a lot of rain here last.
Make the pass, and as we see that, big crash, turn number 4. Cars into the air, upside down into the outside retaining wall. There are 3 cars involved. A car on its side slides to a rest.
Approach turn number 4. And Allie Jackson, big contact, and it looked like, as you mentioned, Makshansev, it appeared he climbed up and over the rear tires.
Right.
It's upside down. Take a look, Ari.
Here's the crash. This is the first we've all seen it. It looks like...
She made James Davison. She and Davison made contact and was simply kicked up and over his tire, turned her upside down, and you'll see the Anna Beatrice car come into play, the green and white car right there on the outside. My goodness.
Fast. I think she was... here we have another look at it. And, thankfully the flip is not too violent. It looked like
moving up on Robbie Groff, side by side. Right entering contact. End over end goes Robbie Groff. Up on top of the concrete, side by side, and just a little too wide, I think, for Ekblom, and they did touch.
Pippa Mann and Martin Plowman did not get to the pit entry lane, and now, as we take a look at the replay, we caught the tail end of it as Stephen Wilson's car hits the outside retaining wall and launches back to the inside of the racetrack. But now Martin Plowman is making his way back around the racetrack. He and Pippa Mann both failed to make it to the pit entry lane, and so Pippa now is on.
And contact for the 2 leaders, Enerson and PK getting into each other.
Sorales actually replaced the front wing, went back out, but then lap 14, PK was in control. Enerson greatly missed the braking point, and this was frightening.
Huge crash there for R.C. Enerson, and he's so lucky to walk away from that incident. Scary stuff.
look at this. The best news of the day. He climbs out. The new Dallara
He
IL.
came back from this horrific incident. He was running second at Kentucky on August of 2003. Goes up and slams a wall almost head on. 14 surgeries, fractures involving his spine, hand, knees, and both legs, ankles, and feet on this almost head-on impact at 180 miles per hour into the wall. Tom Wood back at the racetrack, and he is down where Cameron Stevens.
Did Ryan Justice, the rookie, resides in Portland, Oregon. That's his home state where he was born. And again, as the information continues to become available, we'll keep you updated on the prognosis.
About your involvement with the Pro Series and how this has helped you and your IndyCar team over the years.
I think it's really exciting what the IRL has done. You know,
the race.
Yeah, that's a good observation.
What do you think, Rafa?
I think Ennis is too heavy on downforce.
Boy, the 26 and the 11, it looked like they touched so briefly there, and he's going to bounce off the car and go to the lead.
Look, they're 2 wide, 3 back as well. Gustavo Young touches and teammates. Oh, and a big crash.
Anna Beatrice.
Oh, we hope she's okay. That was a tough hit. Anytime you have a frontal impact like that.
Kane in Team Cool Green. He has had an absolutely massive accident. Unbelievable. That is such a huge impact. The car just flips over. Barry's under his own steam.
Dyke Jr., son of two-time Indy 500 winner Ari Dyke.
Oh, yellow flag right off.
Oh, my God. Heavy contact. Heavy contact on the very first lap of this event.
The whole back of the race car got completely ripped off on that thing.
He really made a brave move going
Which one is which? I think that's D'Amata, who's got himself now back into second position. A little bit difficult to tell. In fact, it might be Dare. Oh, and they lost it. It was Dare. He's hit the wall, and another car goes up in the air, comes back down again, and we have an accident, which surely will, the yellows are out, and that could be it for the race, because it's going to take a long...
Johnson machine now. Lyondike gets a challenge from contact. Down the backstretch. Lyondike goes over.
Very, very fun. On top tater, but fortunately it didn't look like any, I think they're both going to be all right, actually, just as long as it stays like Ari got upside down the racetrack. When you get into that fencing like that, it means trouble usually. And so Ari Jr. is very fortunate that when he got up above like that, it did not get in the fencing and kept on the racetrack. All looks good, but